Hello guys, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my channel and thanks for being part of this family. My name is Modoni Gadaku. So on today's video we have a very interesting topic about campus relationships, and with me are two gentlemen and I would like them to introduce themselves, then we can go ahead from there. So we begin from my right. Tell us, what is your name?
All right, thanks so much and welcome. I'm Oreo Samuel. Nice to be with you here.
On my left.
Okay, thank you. I'm Joshua Otieno, and I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. So I welcome you two gentlemen. Thanks for being part of this. So as I've said, we're going to talk about campus relationships. And to begin with, I would like each of us to say, have we dated in campus? What has been our experience? So should I begin or who should begin?
No.
Okay, so I've dated in campus maybe once or twice, and it never worked out. So what about you, Samuel?
Dating in campus, maybe I can say, did I try?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a matter of trial and error, so that's noted.
Mm-hmm. Joshua?
Okay, well, I'll term it testing of new waters. Yeah,
Wow.
because you want to have a feeling that you are making a step maybe from a different level to another level.
Mm-hmm.
So as per the hearsay, when you get to campus, from high school, when you get to high school, they tell you when you get to campus, it'll be this and this and this way. So you want to test that water so that you have the feeling. Yeah.
So it seems all of us have tried campus relationships, and most of us is trying. So it seems it's not kind of working for all of us, or maybe it worked out at that time. So let's get to see why campus relationships either work or why they don't work. And today, since I have gentlemen, we are going to discuss it from a men's perspective. So they will tell us from their side why they think it works or why it doesn't work. Sawa.
Yes.
So Samuel, why do you think campus relationships work or don't work? Maybe you can start with why they work. What effort we put in for them to work? Yeah, we can begin there.
Okay, well, I can say that the way you've put it, that campus relationship, either they can work or not.
Yeah.
But again, I don't understand when you say they work and they don't. Now, what time frame do you give? Because we can get into a relationship right now, and then it will work for a week, and then from there we are done. See, it has worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't, because, okay, what is the aim? What is important here is the aim, why we are getting into that relationship. If it is for fun, yes, it can end at any time. But maybe if we have got that we are aiming at, because, okay, you here, we want to date because we want to get married. There is that aim. Yeah. And then in the middle of the journey, things fall apart. So we say, okay, it never worked. I tried, but it never worked. I want to say that campus relationship can work. And because we have got some people who maybe they got each other while in first year, second year, and then you get them graduating together. Some of them might graduate together and then thereafter things turn upside down. But after that, okay, we are just basing our arguments on campus. Maybe they finished their race while in campus very well, but after that, we don't want to know what happened because it is after campus. We call it societal life. So campus relationship can work and they can also not work, but it depends on your aim and why you're getting into that relationship. I hope I will be able to explain more.
Yeah, thank you. So Joshua, do they work? Do they not work from your perspective?
Okay, from what my brother Sam has said, I think everything begins in the mind. What do you want at the end of it?
Yes.
So when you come with a view of getting into the relationship, it will depend whether it will work or not. If you want it short term, obviously it will end a short term thing. If you want it to be a long term thing, obviously it will be a long term thing at the end of it. Yeah.
So as we have heard from the gentleman, it means they can work and maybe they cannot work. So for the working part, we want to know what are the efforts that we have to put in for them to work, or what we should do, what we should not do for them to work. So who do I begin with? Joshua, what do you think makes them work mainly?
You know, a relationship is like, I'll term it a flower or a tree.
Mm-hmm.
If you plant a tree,
Mm-hmm.
you have to water it,
Mm-hmm.
you have to weed,
Mm-hmm.
you have to prune,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, things like that.
Mm.
So in relationship as well,
Mm.
you have to mold it so that it grows.
Mm.
So I think this comes when you agree, both of you,
Mhm.
what you want to do with yourselves, and how do you manage these things so that at the end of it,
Mm.
it works.
Mhm.
So I think it's just uh, the views that you have together, what you want between the two of you,
Mm.
that can make the relationship work. Yeah, so it's between the two.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Samuel.
All right, I want to say in a simple way
Mhm.
that even apart from relationship,
Mm.
when you want to do something and you are not alone, you are now two people,
Mhm.
then there's what we call the vision or the mission. So if yours are different, then automatically there is nothing that is going to work here.
Mhm.
So you must have the same vision or the same mission so that that relationship can work. Because I can be dating you, for example, because there is something that I want at the end. I want this relationship to proceed further, or to go beyond university or beyond the campus. But to you yourself, you don't have that mission, you don't have that vision. So that means that relationship won't work. But if we share our vision and then we get to understand that we are sharing the same missions, then it is going to work. Yes.
So that means for campus relationships to work, we all need to put in effort to ensure that the relationship grows to what we want it to be.
Exactly.
That's what we have agreed.
Yes.
But then there comes things that make the relationships to fail or not to work out, whereby you find maybe people have dated for 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and it failed, and they felt like they can't do that again. So what makes that happen? In that we've said, for them to work, we need effort from both parties.
Sure.
So what happens for them not to work? What comes in? What breaks that effort that we've put for ourselves? What makes them not work? That
Okay.
is what tunataka kuangalia sasa.
Maybe if to answer that,
Mm.
I think one of the things that can make it not to work to an extent is peer pressure. I'm doing because you are doing. Let me date because this person is also dating.
Mm-hmm.
Let me date on me because Sam is also in a relationship. So I want to date because someone else is doing. But then maybe you don't know the challenge that they go through, the struggles they go through. So we are doing it blindly without having any clear vision of what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly. Let me support Brother Joshua because of that. Still basing my argument on whatever I said previously, that when we don't know why we are doing something, then it means we are wasting time. We are wasting time. And then what can also make campus relationship maybe to fail? When we get into campus, okay, there is a mind or a mindset that we have that, okay, we are from high school, so we are told campus there are a lot of ladies and men. You get? So we are coming with that mindset that we are coming to campus to meet men, to meet beautiful ladies, and most of the ladies, or most of them, I want to say boys and girls, maybe they were in I can say not mixed schools, but maybe boys schools, girls school. So when a girl comes to campus and then realize that here we have to share now everything with the boys, then automatically they are going to get to each other. So you will realize that at first year, somebody already, they have moved in together at first year. These people don't know, a lot of things in relationship and a lot of things in their lives, So once they get there, and then after some times you realize, oh, there is someone that is better than this person. or I was supposed to do this. So you'll get that this relationship that had started, it breaks because of that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But from a general view, from what I've been hearing, sometimes what happens, men are the ones who seem not so serious into their relationships. What do you have to say about that? Because, as you have said, people will move in their first year together.
Yes.
They don't know each other.
Yes.
Then after a certain time, they decide, oh, Samuel is not the best for me. Rispa is not the best for me. So what happens? You decide to look for someone else. But I feel like men are the ones who do that most. Is it true?
I want to I want to safely disagree with you because everyone plays a role in a relationship. You know, everyone plays a role. And you know, in the past we used to maybe to believe that it's only men who cheat in a relationship. But I'm getting that it is women now do it even worse. You know, so in that case, I don't want. Okay, yes, I'm a man, but I don't want to really associate myself with that. That it is men who walk away or who cheat. Even ladies do so because once you, from the peer pressure, maybe there is you are here, Rispa. There is your friend Karen who has a very wealthy boyfriend. You know, the Karen will tell you, now, why can't you look for someone who can at least when you ask for credit, can give you credit, can take you to megabytes, you know? So you will say, well, it's okay. Sam is not good. So you leave Sam because Karen has told you to go for someone else. So obviously that relationship is going to break. So it is you who has contributed to that. Maybe I was just faithful. I was just okay. Yeah.
That's good. I get to hear your point of view.
Okay. I'll associate men with this guy who maybe attends a wedding party. Then it's time for the rest to have something, or maybe to share a meal. You know there are varieties, right? So this guy want to fix like everything. So at the end of it, if you feed from everything, it won't end in a good state. Obviously, you can vomit at the end of it from mixing a variety of foods. So maybe I can shit men with that line of a character. Yeah, in this extent.
So, okay, from the two views, we can hear cheating can be from both sides.
Exactly.
But, okay, we usually say men cheat the most, but ladies cheat best. So, who is more bound to cheat?
So someone who cheats most and someone who cheats
Best.
Who is worse?
Who?
The best.
The best.
The one who does it most.
Who does
Most.
Yeah, because you can do it best, but with very few
a single
people,
person.
or a single person. But if you do it most, meaning there are numerous people involved in it.
Thank you.
The one who does it best can kill you.
But who is doing it most?
No, it is the person who does it best. You know, I can say is a perfect thief. You know, so you have to really take care of that person. You know, and so if your lady or your wife cheats best, forget about that woman. Yeah, forget about that woman.
Aye. Apart from that, now let's just give it a general view. Who cheats the most? If you compare ladies and gentlemen, who cheats the most? Honestly, who cheats the most? Just an honest answer. Honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
In an honest way. In an honest way.
Yeah.
Please, the society, as we have gone through some revelations, and I can say, well, I'll still give men 60% and give women 40, but they are almost surpassing us. So we have to take care. Yes,
I get it. So, Okay, without even basing about the high percentage that cheats or the one that cheats less, we all agree that both ladies and gentlemen cheat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then, cheating has a very big negative impact on campus relationships.
Yes.
You'll find out that people cheat. I'm dating Samuel. I want to date Joshua. I want to date Kamau. I want to date Wafula. Yeah, that happens. Same to Samuel. He's dating Karen. He's dating Rispa. He wants to date Jerry.
Yes.
He wants to date Awina, sorry.
Mora.
Mora. Thank you. You see? So cheating is something that happens in campus so often. Have you experienced cheating? Have you been cheated on? Have you cheated?
I want to say that with the experience that I have, I've experienced cheating. You know, I've experienced cheating because there is ways through which you can actually get that somebody's cheating on you. Yeah, when you're that careful, and then you just take things slowly, you'll be able to know that someone is cheating. So I want to say I'm a victim of that, and so from that I've developed. I've become an adco and have a lot of experience in that, so that even when you start right now, I'll be able to know that of course you are doing it. It's only that I will not be able to tell you that you are doing it because I'm still waiting for some tangible evidence. Yes.
Joshua, have you been cheated on?
Allow me say, I've been a witness of cheating, but so far, I have been a victim of entanglement. Yeah.
All right.
What? Okay. So cheating happens everywhere and it breaks relationships. Senor, we all agree that cheating is not good. It should not be allowed. And what are the effects of cheating? How someone, because you're a victim.
Okay. Before you proceed, do you think that there are some who are just inborn with this cheating thing?
Exactly.
Yeah, it might be, maybe.
There is just someone that that's his or her blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has to cheat. He has to cheat.
Yeah, because you'll find out that cheating, there's someone who cheats because maybe the partner is doing something wrong to them and maybe they don't have a way of expressing it. So they find that the best thing to do is cheating.
Payback, yeah.
Yeah, you see. Then there's someone else, the partner is okay, doing everything, but they cheat. What is the reason? So maybe we can say that is inborn, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. So Samuel, because you've been a victim, did it affect you mentally, psychologically, emotionally? You're strong, you never felt it?
I want to say that if you were really interested in that relationship, then when your partner cheats on you, it has to affect you in so many ways. But if your mind was not there, then it will not affect you so much. And this happens when both of you are cheating. There is no problem. I mean, you won't feel that it eats you that hard. But when you are not cheating and then you realize, oh, your man is cheating on you, it will eat you so hard. So I want to say that cheating, because we've experienced a lot of cases where deaths and suicide and so on because of love, because of cheating. Somebody cheated on the other person with someone else. So what else do? You go and say, oh, no, I can't live without Rispa. So I die. So cheating affects everyone. Yeah, mentally it affects you, and you may not even, especially in campus, you may not even concentrate. Yeah,
that's true. I will not share my experience because it's a men's forum.
No, then as well give us your version.
Okay, cheating drains. Honestly, cheating will drain you mentally, psychologically, emotionally, physically. Utakuwa labda kitambo you are like this, then all of a sudden, maybe it was as a result of cheating.
Exactly.
So cheating drains, honestly, and yes.
Okay, what about this case whereby you are seducing a lady,
Mm-hmm.
then she doesn't get to the box. So we're like, what am I missing?
Mm-hmm.
So does it drain someone as well, or is it just normal?
Okay, you know, I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't know how it feels.
I guess you know it's normal. I get your point. Maybe okay, you were interested in someone,
Yeah.
and then she fails.
She fails to maybe get to the box, to the difficult box.
It will affect you, even yourself. This thing will
Yeah, but
affect you.
Yeah.
We leave these things of crash and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, let's not eye it here in crash.
Yeah.
You know, you decide to go and shoot.
Yeah. Invest your feelings.
Yeah. And then finally, like you see, this person is not interested, but already you had developed a lot of interest.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that thing will keep on. It will keep on. I mean, it will affect you, of course, because sometimes one, it can affect your friendship with that person.
Yeah.
You will not feel okay to see this person.
Yeah.
You know, and then even to you yourself, like you'll be just saying it is Rispa. If not Rispa,
Nobody else.
yeah. So it will affect you.
I see. So we've talked about cheating. You'll find someone saying, I cheated because my boyfriend doesn't have money. I cheated because my girlfriend doesn't offer me sex. I cheated because my boyfriend doesn't do this. My girlfriend doesn't clean my clothes. Do you think those are strong things to make one cheat, or they are just baseless? Are they genuine, baseless? How are they from your view?
Thanks so much. It's a very interesting sub topic because I want to say those are not just excuses. But okay, I can say maybe there are excuses because personally I might not know that's the reason. Yeah. But if they are the reason, then I will say they are not excuses because there are things that keep people in a relationship. And when you say someone doesn't do a lot of things in bed, or I mean you don't get satisfied, if I may say so, then obviously you will say either some ladies or some men will either go and look for that somewhere else but still stay in that relationship, and that's cheating.
True.
While others will walk away, and that's good. To walk away now is good. But maybe this person that you love, and then you say, now what can I do about this? So unless it is something, okay, if it's a lady, then of course for a man, okay, I'm a man. So if you're a lady, I have to get that. If I can't get that, then it means I'm going to get it elsewhere. If you get me, I'll tell you, when I want this, you don't want to give it. So I have to go and look for it outside. You get. So it is a reason, and it is a reason that can make people to break up, and issues of maybe money or whatever. Well, money is everything anyway. But I want to believe in a relationship that is healthy. One, you're supposed to understand each other. You're supposed to understand each other. You're supposed to understand the financial status of your boyfriend and also the girlfriend. Because in a relationship, I don't expect that it is only the man that becomes the source. You can also be the source.
True.
You know, so both of you must play a role in ensuring that relationship work. So if in terms of money, if once you've understood the other person, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, then I want to say that you will not make it easy, or maybe have it easy to live. You will try to look at ways through which you can work on this thing out. So, good.
Joshua, you have something to say about that?
Okay, well, I'll say something in support. Now, for something to explode, it means that it has been something that has been recurrent in this relationship. But I believe if it's healthy, just as life, love also has to have some challenges. So, but if I believe if you understand each other, that's the way my brother said, you look for ways to solve your problems, unless one of the partners is not showing interest, maybe to change or make a step. With that, I think now someone might be willing to walk out. Yeah.
True. So we've talked about the cheating part a lot, and we all have agreed that maybe there are some things we need to communicate for our partners to get to know what is ailing our relationship or what we're suffering from.
Yes.
Now we've talked about we should communicate. Is communication in our relationships breaking them or building them? Now that we've talked somewhere about communication, so is our communications, we are young, so we are all youths. So how we communicate, is it breaking our relationships or building them?
Thanks. Maybe let me respond to that first. Communication is a strong tool, and it can break or build because it depends on what you say.
True.
You get. If I tell you I love you so much, maybe you get to feel it,
Sure.
and will get to be maybe that bond will get to be created and be strong. But if I tell you I hate you, that simply means you need to be away.
Yeah.
So in that case, it has broken that relationship of the bond. So how we communicate, even communication is one of the factors that affect relationships,
True.
because a lack of communication will break that relationship. There is no relationship without communication.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if and even from when you are partners, by the way, you can even tell when someone is interested in you through communication, and when somebody has gone somewhere else, that relationship, you're just alone. You can always tell through the communication. So communication is a very important tool because it can break or build that relationship.
Thank you.
Oh, good. I think relationship is key because it guides our next steps or our actions. So from what you say, from what you tell me, from what I tell you, if you are doing in a relationship, I think it will guide what you are doing. Yeah. So it's key.
Okay. So still in communication, what are the best ways people in a relationship can communicate when in campus? You see, there's that one person who says, I prefer calls. Someone else, I prefer face-to-face talks. Someone else, I prefer chats, texting yani. Someone else, video calls, blah, blah, blah. We get all those methods of communication. So how do we get the best of it so that we can bring out our relationship in the best way possible? Or do we have to maybe talk to my partner, understand he wants this, she wants this, so that I can build on that? Because you can find, I love texting. Someone is my boyfriend, he loves calling.
Yes.
So how do we work on that so that we don't break the relationship? How do we work on that?
Well, maybe you at one point you answered yourself that that you talk about it. There are some stages of friendship and relationship. You get. So there is there's what you call self-disclosure. So you need to disclose yourself so that you talk about what you want or what you like and what you don't like, so that I get to know you better. So if you tell me, okay, well, personally, I love chatting. I don't like calling. But it also depends. Do you maybe you love to chat, you don't like calling, but when I call you, you're okay with that? Yeah, or you don't like calling and you don't want to be called. So I guess there are some restrictions that once, being in a relationship is a total commitment. It is not easy being in a relationship. So if you are not ready to commit to that, to make sure that relationship becomes successful, then it means if my demands and your demands don't match, even after us talking about it and trying to find solution, then that relationship will break.
True. Joshua, what do you think about communication in a relationship?
Well, when you are committing to a relationship, or when you are taking heed to a proposal as a lady, you are definitely giving heed, and you are definitely meeting someone who has a different view to an extent. So not all the time you'll be having a similar view or a similar opinion or similar ways of doing things. So at point, you have to give in to someone's ways of doing things so as to be in favor of them. So the same applies to communication. At point, you'll give in to their ways so as to suit them or so for the relationship to work. If you love texting, for example, I love calling. So at sometimes you'll transverse, right?
Yeah.
And make a call or video call if that is my passion. If you like texting, I'll also at point do texts with be it text SMS, be it chatting on WhatsApp, Facebook. So I think it's just giving in so that you be at par. Yeah.
True. So we all agree that communication is something so basic and so important in relationships. Not only campus relationships, but all of them.
Yes.
Aya. What about in a situation where if you find out that someone says, my man doesn't communicate, he will be doing this and this, he doesn't want to tell me, my lady is doing this, she doesn't want to say, how do we deal with such? Have you ever been with someone who is not communicating, or who is let me not call him or her a bad communicator, like someone who doesn't communicate totally?
Okay, there is a how you started to ask me share with you the steps they make, their plans. They don't communicate about it. That means you're not part of them.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not part
Oh.
of them. Because they do say, by the way, they do say that a lady or a girl is a very is a type of creature, let me say so, that is very funny. And a girl who is interested in you will tell you anything and everything.
True.
Even when they were cooking and then they start crying because of the onions, they will tell you that, baby, you know, my eyes, you what because of the onions. They will tell you anything and everything. But immediately you realize that even your girlfriend starts to avoid you in a way that they will tell you, I'm not okay. But when you ask what's no, niko tu sawa, or I'll be okay, that one means there is something that is something that is cooking. Yeah, it should give you an alert. And even ladies, you can get a man that if you are with a man that doesn't tell you their whereabouts or their plans, then why are you there? No reason, right? Yeah, because you are not part of them. As when you are dating, whether you are dating or you are in a marriage, you're supposed to be together in a way that I know. Okay, Rispa right now she's in class. She will be out by this time. You get? You give me that your plan. I give you my plan so that you have my plan for the day. I have your plan for the day. That's when we can also communicate so that I don't call you while you are in class. My calls go missed or get missed. Yeah. So we need to communicate. If somebody doesn't communicate, that doesn't tell you their plans, no, you're not part of them.
That's true. I'm glad to hear that from a man.
Yes.
Joshua, what do you think about that?
Okay, to answer that, I'll answer it maybe in a sentence. You create time for what you love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that means that time someone is not calling me, he's not creating time for me.
There's someone somewhere.
But no. Okay, you are trying to make it in a way that now you make us feel that when somebody doesn't call us now, they are doing other things, cheating on us, or making calls with other people. Because you cannot, in a day, you cannot be there just making calls. But what is important is in that your relationship, know when to talk. Because I've seen people who say, okay, we only talk in the morning. When you wake up, that time, that's when you make calls. Maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And then everyone, I mean, in between here, maybe there will be no communication between, because you understand each other. Maybe that person, there is something that is doing or she's doing. You know, or you say, okay, when you'll be free, maybe at noon, we'll say hi, talk, and then up to evening or at night. So that is how you communicate. But again, it irritates some men or ladies when you just every time I'm here, like now, the way I've been here, my phone will be ringing here.
Yeah.
Somebody is calling, and then when you don't pick, wanna jump. You know, so you need to understand each other, that you are very sure that okay, wherever he is, he's doing this right now. Even if I don't call or I don't receive the call, you know what I'm doing. You get?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Aye. Then there's this couple. Let me say it's a couple where you find that the boyfriend is ever busy, 24/7. He's busy working. Is it a way of showing the lady that he's not interested, or he's truly busy 24/7?
I think Sam has answered that question in her last in his last answer.
So that means the guy is not maybe interested.
Not really. Creation of time. Remember, he said that some couples who normally talk in the morning when they wake up, and maybe in the afternoon. So you have that in mind as a partner, that this boyfriend of mine normally talk in the morning or in the evening. Within the day, there's something holding him up. So definitely, we can't talk within the day, but in the morning or in the evening, definitely we'll talk.
Yes, and just to add on that, we are in campus. You can tell me that, I have a class or classes running from 7 maybe to 2. You have classes. Already I know that you told me. So it means even if you don't communicate in between, I know very well that you are busy with the classes. And when you communicate before that, you will tell me, okay, oh, that one of the classes bounced, or I have got a little break here, so I wanted to say hi. But in my mind, I knew you told me, okay, you will be having classes that run from 7 to 2, So already I know what you were doing. Even in the case of that boyfriend, maybe the lady doesn't understand, or the boyfriend, because I want to say there is no one that is busy 24 hours.
Now that is what I was talking about. The one who is ever busy. There's this one who are creating time for each other. Then there is the ever busy, from morning to night, night to morning. No time.
No. You must, even if you are busy, you must have time to go to the loo.
Yeah.
You must have time for your lunch. The time you are having for the lunch, if you cannot chat, by the way, the best way, if you're busy, the best way is to make a call.
True.
Because you can make a call of 1 minute and then you'll be able to discuss it or to talk about something. But when you chat, because I'll be sending you a message, you are not online, or I send you a message and then you'll respond after 10 minutes when I only had a break of 10 minutes. So the best way is to call, spare that 2 minutes and say, how are you doing? Okay, I'm doing well. I'm going back to job. Maybe when I'm done, we'll talk.
Thank you. So that means it's about creating time.
Exactly.
Even in your busy schedule.
Yeah.
You create time, even if it is 5 minutes, talk to your partner, so that's to spike up that relationship.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
to not break communication. That's true.
And the most important thing as well is learning the person. Yeah. Learn the person and get to understand each other.
Okay. So far from communication, though this other part still touches communication kidogo. There's this girl or young man will say, I want to break up with my boyfriend from campus because he's not romantic. He does not do this to me. How do you men define romance? How do you make your relationships romantic? That is what I want to.
So in this case, who wants to leave? Is it the lady?
Yes, or even the man. The man thinks my girl is not romantic and I want a romantic girl. So how is that in the campus relationships? How do we define romantic in campus relationships?
I'll allow Joshua to talk, but before that, I'll ask if, because well, I can say a lot about romance.
Romance.
So if you allow myself to use certain words that are maybe that are sexual in a way, it's okay. I'll be able to describe it. Meanwhile, you can continue.
Okay, to me, romance comes in the love languages.
Thank you.
There are different love languages. Some of them, some of us prefer gifts. Some of us prefer attention. So it depends with the person. Yeah.
True.
Very true. Very true. Because okay, I just want to support him that understanding your partner is good. Talk about. I can ask you. We are in. Maybe we are just new. I'll ask you, Rispa. How do you tell that somebody loves you? You know. Let me ask you that question and answer me. How? How can you tell that somebody loves you? Or how can you tell that, yes, how can you tell that I love you?
Their gestures. Lovely gestures. The way they treat you, where people are. The way they also treat you in private. It's so important. You'll get to know if this person is in love, ama infatuated, ama anataka sex maybe. So the way someone treats you, the gestures they show you, how they talk to you, she'll tell you so much if that person is in love with you or they are just joking with you.
So as a lady, what do you love most or prefer most in a relationship?
Attention.
Good, thank you. So that is exactly. So once you love, love languages. Actually, there are 5 of them.
Yeah.
So whatever you need is what we call a quality time.
Yeah.
Quality time.
Yeah.
So the attention, that's what you want.
Yeah.
So if your partner loves that when I spend some time with you, that's when you feel that, oh, this man loves me. It makes it easier for me to love you because you need quality time. That's what I will give you. There are some that, the way Joshua said, prefer gifts.
Yeah.
When you get out and then when you come back, you come with Big Daddy. They love that so much.
Come with chocolate.
That's what they love. That's what they say. Okay, that's what they call love, in a way.
Yeah.
You get. Some people love what is called touch. They want that when I'm with you here, I need to touch you, and when the boyfriend touches that's when they say, okay, this man loves me, because whatever their first love language is touch. You get it?
Yeah.
And then some people love what is called act of service. You get?
Yeah.
Act of service. Maybe you as a lady, you will really love that your boyfriend or your man does for you some house chores. You get? At least I wake up and then I mop.
Breakfast.
I mop. And I mop, or while you are preparing a breakfast, or I wash the utensils while you are mopping. You get?
Yeah.
Or you wash the clothes, I rinse. You get?
Yeah.
So that's what you love. That's what you call love. You get? So if that's what you call love, then I'll do it so as to maintain that relationship and to maintain that romance. You get?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, talking of the love languages to maintain that romance, do you think campus students, do we uphold such in our relationships? Ama we're just there for sex and going to shopping together and coming back? Do we uphold those love languages? Yeah, do we uphold them really, Joshua? Do we uphold them?
Okay, if the relationship is healthy, then they're upheld. Then if the relationship that is being rated by lust, then obviously they won't apply.
Okay. Do you have something to say?
It depends on what somebody wants in that relationship.
Uh-huh.
If I'm for sex, well, yeah, that's what I'll get there, because I mean, in short, I don't have any future plans with you. Whatever we can do, our romance or our relationship starts and ends in the bed,
One night stand.
And it is done.
and it is done. So outside there, like, I'm not even interested.
Mm-hmm.
You get?
Yeah.
Yeah. But about shopping, because maybe some people will love that, being together, working together, that quality time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we work together as we go shop. It rejuvenates that bond and love. You get?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then talking of love languages, I believe maybe the one, okay, not everyone has just one. Like maybe you might love attention, touch, acts of service. You love gifting, quality time,
Words of affirmation.
words of affirmation. So yeah, I believe each and every one of us, maybe you have 2 love languages or 3. In campus, we'll see what happens. Okay, most of us don't utilize our love languages. We have a routine that routine is what we do since the beginning of the relationship till the end of it. And that's why you'll find out that a relationship starts at the beginning of the semester and ends at the end of the semester, because the routine is the same. The routine is boring. People want to explore more, like wake up. Okay, for example, people who've moved in together. Wake up, take breakfast, go to class, come back, watch movies, sleep. Tomorrow the same thing. Wake up, breakfast, go to class. Nothing is exciting in that relationship. See, that is one of the things that make those relationships break, sindio? Because there's nothing to spice them up. Hakuna outs, hakuna gifts, hakuna nini, ni ile tu routine ya kawaida, sindio?
Because maybe that person has not understood you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we'll be waking up here and then watching movies.
And then nothing happens.
We just be here, the night comes, we take supper, we sleep.
Inaisha hivyo.
Inaisha hivyo, because I don't understand what you want. But you always say, to understand the love language of someone, one, pay attention to how they treat you. Because how they treat you tells how you are supposed to treat them.
Sure.
If you are bringing gifts to me, that tells that I should also bring gifts to you. You love that. So pay attention to how they treat you. Then pay attention to what they don't like, because the opposite of what they don't like is what they like. You get?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then also know how maybe from what they do, whatever they do, you get? Yeah. So if maybe you can be here and then someone comes, or your boyfriend comes, and then he comes in and then says, now what about those shoes? He takes those shoes, places that the other side. So that tells you that those shoes should not be there. You get?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way that without telling you that I don't want to see those shoes there. Tells you that you are not supposed to be placing them there. So get what they do, what they tell you, and how they treat you. That is how they expect you to treat them. Yes.
Thank you. There's something else that comes up in campus relationships. They're not my type girl, or they're not my type man. So what is this? They're not my type, they're my type, and the rest. Like we'll hear someone say, I can't date a guy who is short. I can't date a guy who is slim. I can't date a guy who has no money. I can't date a guy with big eyes. So that is definitely not my type. Sindio?
Exactly.
Then there's my type. I want a tall guy. He's dark, handsome, with small eyes, with a suit, with sideburns. Okay. Do you think anytime we put such factors into considerations, we end up falling for the wrong guys, the wrong ladies? Does it happen because of the type I want, and they're not my type?
Yes.
Joshua.
Yeah. I think just making standards.
Mhm.
Maybe from what you see, or from the things around you, from the friends that you have, or from the things that you think that you see, that you see in social media. Maybe someone is living a life that is so much hyped, so that you also want to fall in the same shoe. So it's just a standard that we want for ourselves that maybe you can't find anywhere near. Yeah, so to an extent, it barred us from finding something real.
True,
Yeah.
true.
I want to say that it is good. It is okay to set your standard. It is okay to say I want this, I don't want this. By the way, it's very okay. And if you really want, you know what you want, you must have those standards. Right?
Yeah, true.
So that you just don't walk and today I meet this lady and say, I want you, I want to date you. No, I want a lady and this is how I would like my lady to look like. I don't want a tall lady. I don't want a tall lady. We are in campus. I can say that I don't want to date from this tribe. Yeah, I don't want to. We are in campus. You can say, I don't want to date a teacher. It is okay to choose whom you want because there are varieties. You get? Yeah. So once you've said I don't want or I want to date a teacher, then it means first your interest is in teachers. You know, so you'll be looking for someone who is probably doing education course because that's what you want. And then now you narrow it down to the type of lady you want. I don't want a lady. I don't want a lady who is skinny or a lady who is the thick girls. I don't want thick girls because I don't want thick girls. I don't want skinny girls. I want msichana mwenye ako katikati. That's what you want. You know, I always tell people that you can always choose the kind of a woman or a man you want. You can always choose the kind of a husband or a wife you want. But you can never choose the kind of children you want.
True.
Because the kind of children that you will get, that one now you don't know. Both of you don't know. But I can't say I want a lady who is looking like this way because I want my wife to look like this way. That one you can do. If I decide that I don't want a lady who is maybe short, then I will not go for that. But you cannot choose a child who is short and so go for what you want. Know what you want, by the way. The point is know what you want. If you know what you want, then there is nobody that will play with you here. Yeah, so it's okay to set the standards. Yes.
So it doesn't.
Maybe if you don't consider the physical features, is it possible to pick someone then molding more her into what you want?
Or that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Because for example, you can get a lady that you love. The lady doesn't know how to cook, and you know how to cook. You can teach her how to cook.
Yeah.
One or two. I like this. Do this. Do this. You get that one. You can do, and especially when the lady is willing. And it is always said that you do it in a way that the other person will not be offended now. You know. Yeah. You say, okay, you brought a food with less salt. Maybe I'll say, okay, next time you try to add more salt.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Then say, now what are these? You don't know how to cook. Now, who taught you how to cook? Did your mom teach you how to cook? You get? Yeah, so that is how you can mold someone to become what you want. But about the physical features or whatever, or for example in the campus, the course, those one, please don't come and then say, okay, you date me. I've already told you I'm a media personnel. You date me and then katikati you tell I don't want a journalist. That's what you wanted. So and then I cannot change.
Yeah.
The fact is I cannot change. You get? So it is right now that you choose whom you want.
Okay, so you mean it is not wrong to set standards?
It's not. There is nothing wrong. Okay. Very right.
What if I want a tall guy, dark, sooty, side buds, zinaitwa side buds,
Yes.
whatever. Long hair,
Mhm.
small eyes. Then here he is. I have him. Then the relationship doesn't work. Then afterwards, it's just an example. Afterwards, I get someone who is not my type. Now, maybe I wanted a tall guy, he's short. I wanted a sooty guy, he puts on funny clothes. I wanted small eyes, he has big ones. And but the relationship works out. So does it mean standards aren't that limiting? What happens? Because it is bound to happen. Sometimes it happens actually. In as much as we want to set standards, sindio? You can set them and get the right person, and you can set them and get a wrong person. Should we say it can work for it doesn't always work for everyone, yani.
Setting
Okay.
standard is like having a plan.
Yeah.
Having a plan. Unachora mpango. Whatever is going to guide you. You get. So if this doesn't work, and then you got the other person or the other one, and then it works, it's okay. If you are in, because sometimes is it the ladies? The lady, they say they will always maybe fall in love with you with time. Already, once you're already in the relationship, they don't. Maybe you get some of them they are not really in love with you at the beginning. As time goes, that's when they will fall in love with you. So maybe you met this person that is totally an opposite to whatever you wanted. And then with the time, you develop interest. You develop that interest, and then you build that relationship. There is nothing wrong. He was not your type, but now he is your type.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, I think as per our arguments, I think the standards are coming in two different ways. One is the physical way. Then the second one is the character. It's coming character-wise, right? So you can get an opposite of the same amount, an opposite of what you want. You wanted a tall, dark, beards, suits, but his character does not reflect what he is in these suits, in terms of his height, in terms of his beard. So what you about
what you get.
So you can order something, but what is being delivered to you is an opposite of whatever you ordered. Yeah.
Okay, so we're almost coming to an end, but I have one very important thing before we come to an end. Friends and our relationships, especially as in campus, and our topic has been campus relationships, so it's us. Do our friends break our relationships or build them? Do they make them work or do they make them not work? Friends, your male friends, your female friends, do they make your relationship work? Is there a way they affect your relationships in campus?
It cannot, it cannot. Depending on which kind of friends you have. Yeah. You can have friends. Okay, let me say I'm a man. Okay, I'm a man. Okay, I'm a man. Yeah, I'm a man.
You want to say you're a man?
Then maybe I have friends who maybe are interested in the lady I'm dating as well. So jealousy comes in. So maybe they might be having interest at the same time. So maybe they want to also to get into the relationship and have their time or have their term. So to that extent, maybe they can be hindrance to an extent. But if the friends you have are good, I think everything will just work. Yeah.
True. You have something to add on that?
Well, friends will break your relationship, and friends will help you build that relationship. But you never know the intention of someone. Yeah, you never know the intention of someone. Because there's some, like a man, maybe you have got a nice lady. And so you will be telling, okay, I can be telling Joshua about you. Yeah, Rispa is so good. Rispa does this, and this. And you know, maybe Joshua here has no lady, or he has someone, but now he's trying to imagine of the description or the treatment that you give. So with the time, the more I talk about you, to him, the more he develops some interest, especially when now you are close, you become close. Because maybe I might not have issues with Joshua when you are together. I will say, "Oh, Joshua knows that I'm dating you." So there are different types of friends. There are people that will not say, they will not have that feelings that no, a Rispa here is a friend to my girlfriend. So maybe there is nothing that I can do. Or I know very well that Rispa here is a friend to Joshua. So we are just friends. There is a limit.
Yeah.
But there are others that will not feel that. So instead, I'll be trying to try to seduce you or pile up some lies to Joshua that we know Rispa, oh, I saw her here, I heard about this, I heard about this. You get?
Yeah.
And then once I've said so, Joshua starts to think, no, Rispa, no, she's cheating. And then we break up, and you break up, and then I take over. Yeah, so in campus, that one happens. Yeah, that one happens. So I don't know whether you can keep you can keep your girlfriend or your boyfriend to yourself in a way that you don't tell your girlfriends. If you're a girl, you don't tell your girlfriends about your boyfriend, and if you are the boyfriend, you don't tell your boyfriends about your girlfriend. So that at least you just keep things there the way they are.
Okay, so that means they can dream. They can
Yes.
dream. Okay, so talking about friends, is it right to, someone has touched on it, whether to choose to keep the girl to yourself or to not? Is it so wise, maybe showing off your girl to your friends, showing your man to your friends? Is it so wise? We should say, let it remain between us. now that we are in an era where if I'm dating someone, Joshua can do anything to get me. Senior? If Kamau is dating me, you can do anything. Senior? Karen is your girlfriend. I want you. I can do anything to get Karen off the picture. Senior? So in such an era, is it wise, or we should just let things remain private? Or that is a personal decision as a couple?
Unless you get to understand each other, because with the media, social media, and other things, that are some of the influence. Because personally, I may say right now, I think this issue of waking up and then posting Rispa, I love you, Queen, I love you. No, that is not there. I'll only post you during your birthday
with no caption.
I don't know, maybe I just post you that day, say happy birthday.
So plain.
With an emoji, or any emoji that shows maybe affection or something like that. And then the rest of the days evil. Or you maybe I might be here, but you want to be posted every time. You want to be seen in the status and every other thing. You know. So to deal with that, if we cannot understand each other at that moment, then it means obviously that relationship, if you're dating, it should be out there for everyone to see that these two people are dating. You get?
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you come into one, so let's build this relationship in silence. Yeah. Some relationship, maybe if when you are a friend to either of them, you will realize these people are dating after very long. You know? Yeah, because everything was kept. They were just acting okay. There is no social media post, Facebook, and everything that is the love of my life and so on. Yeah. So if I like to be posted, then if you don't, I'll say this, but doesn't love me.
Okay. I can decide not to post. Can decide to. All will depend on what you have agreed on. But relationship is like pregnancy. After all, it will be noticed
Yes.
Because you don't live alone. As a man, you're not on an island.
Yeah.
You live with people around you.
Mm-hmm.
At a point when you're pregnant, you move out. You love to go to the loo.
Mm-hmm.
The people who live in the plot, okay,
See.
kumbe siku hizi nani ako hivi.
Mm-hmm.
So just the same way pregnancy is, the same way relationship can be. The people around you, they will notice your behavior. Nani siku hizi hii nyumba yake kuna venye. So based on your actions, someone or the people you live with can determine. And this guy nowadays, this is strange. There must be someone. So I'll say that you can decide not to post, but you can decide to post, but at the end of it, it will be in the public.
Okay, so that's a personal decision, let's say, between the two parties.
Yes.
Okay, so since I said we're almost coming to an end and we've discussed most of the things that are affecting campus relationships, most of them are do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Aye. So hapo but we've talked about the major ones: communication, friendships, the romance part. Is there something that, as students in campus who are looking forward to building strong relationships, are there things we should not do aside from the ones that we've discussed? Is there something that is so major that we should not do for the campus relationship to grow? Something so major that we should not do?
Something that we should not do to keep the relationship, or what?
Okay, like we want the relationship to work.
Yeah.
So what should we not do? What should we not do? Now let's do the don'ts. That is what I mean. Yeah, the don'ts. Maybe no cheating, no talking with the phone. Those are the don'ts. Or are there major don'ts that we should not do, or most of them are expounded in the discussion that we've had? Friends, communication, cheating, romance, anything else.
Okay, when you say things that we should not do to keep the
Relationship going.
is that what yours?
Yeah.
You want the relationship. So
We want the relationship. So what should we not do?
For it not to fall.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the best term. What should we not do? Aside from the cheating.
Okay. I'm dating Rispa. That Rispa likes this, and this.
And this.
And she doesn't like this, and this. So I'll strive not to do things that hurt you, depending on how I understood Rispa. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so
Any other?
there, what hurts you is that I spend time with other friends, with my friends. So if that's what hurts you, what can I do? Should I forgo the friends and then I be with you? That's what you want. If that's what you want, then possibly we are not going to. We are not going anywhere.
What hurts is that I do watch football.
Yes.
Quit.
Because I have you. No, I can't.
It's not good.
It's not. Yeah, I can't.
Okay. So
Or should we sit and ngangania the remote? You want to watch your phone? I want to do my football.
then that means there should be understanding between the two of you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you should not. Okay, I believe we are in campus. We all have different ambitions. We all have different goals. We have different visions, and we all want to build our future lives. So when it comes to a situation where your partner wants you to stop doing what you love so that you can create time for them, that means that person is not putting your future into consideration. I believe in campus we should be dating people who can help us build each other. So there's no need, if someone is a journalist, he loves doing photography, I should not stop him from doing that. Maybe Joshua wants to play football in future. I should not stop him from playing so that he can spend time with me.
Yes.
Maybe I want to draw in future. Someone should not tell me to stop drawing. So that means we should all understand each other, understand your partner's ambitions, goals, and visions, so that your dislikes should not be what he likes.
Yeah.
Like, we should not let our partners break our futures. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so before we come to an end of our discussion, anything general about our topic today as we give our closing remarks? Who should we start with?
Oh, well, I guess I want just to summarize
Okay.
and summarize on what we've said, that we've seen or we've heard or we've read stories of people who came into campus, they found each other in campus, they dated, they now have got kids, they are grown, I mean, they are old people right now. There are also some people that came to campus, they got each other, they broke up, some died because of that, while some are still living with scars, some had moved on and they're okay with it. So campus, you can get your spouse, and you can also fail to get your spouse. You can fail and then go back to the village and start disturbing villagers there because you want a lady or you want a man, because you failed on this side. Let's know that campus is not the only place that you can meet the person you love. You can meet anywhere, because if I want to put some of the biblical information on it, that God has a plan for you. So maybe there is somewhere that you're going to get the person that loves you or the person that you love. And most importantly, it says that be with the person that loves you, or the person that you love. Yeah, the person that loves you. So get the person that loves you because you also love them. Yeah, don't force issues. Then again, know what you want in a relationship. Before you just go and approach a lady, before these days, even ladies approach us men. And thanks so much, ladies, for approaching us, by the way. You are making it easy for us. So, because any of us can approach the other, if you feel that you can do that, please do. Stop this ego, stop this peer pressure that I cannot do this. Because I want to say, a mature man, if you approach me and then we start this relationship, even if I fail, I say, oh, no, I'm not interested. A mature man will not move and say, Carol came for me, so and so. No. So men, let's stop that stupidity. Let's stop that stupidity. When that lady comes, by the way, it says that when a lady comes, it really means that she loves you. So let's not waste time here by saying I'm crushing on you. Up to when? Please go and then try to know this person, is he dating, is she dating, and then move on. So you can do that. Please, before you can approach someone, make sure you know what you want. What do I want from you? Maybe I want to date for fun, just to go to bed. When we are free, let's just go to bed. Well, or I want a future with you. So most of the times we'll be discussing our future plans together. You get? So know the reason why you want to date, and set your standards. Know whom you want to date, not any other person.
Thank you, Joshua. Your closing remarks.
My closing remarks. Okay, over time, this campus relationship has had that bad image. Maybe, to people who have been hurt, to people who have been played. If you have ever been a victim in one way or the other, all is not lost. You still have time to find yourself and find someone. Just as my brother said, discover yourself, know what you want, set your standards, and definitely all will be good. Yeah.
Thank you. So as we conclude, campus relationships can either work or not. It depends with the effort you put into them. If you know what you want, the standard you set for yourself, I'm sure that is going to help you a lot, and I'm very sure you're going to benefit from this discussion. You know where to put effort, where not to put effort. You'll know who to go for and who to avoid. So I want to thank these young men for being part of this and for ensuring the success of this discussion. In our next one, we'll have the ladies. Since today we've talked to the gentlemen, next we want to hear from the ladies so that they can tell us what they feel about campus relationships. For them, do they work or do they not? So I kindly request you to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Like, share, and comment so that we can reach out to as many people as possible and grow this channel together. Until the next one, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.